Geekazoid.
It is Thursday, which can mean only one thing. It is time to geek out with Geekazoid. My name is Jaden, J-Rod, whatever you want to call me. And of course, I am joined by two of the co-hosts of Geekazoid. You think I'd have this nailed by now? It's been a while since we've been doing this, guys. We've got Fizman and Tay on the stream as well. Say hi, Fizman. What's going on?
What up, everyone? How's everyone going? It's going well. I'm a bit jingly today because it is Christmas time. 'Tis the season, but I'm doing really well. I am very excited to just talk about all things geeky.
That's great. And Fizman, if you do me a favor, just move closer to your microphone for me. And the reason why Fizman is jingling and I'm jangling is because Tay joined the stream and she's looking very festive. And we were just like, oh, we've got to match your extraness. So, Tay, how are you feeling?
I'm very good. I thought I'd play around. This is something I wanted to maybe bring to Comic-Con Christmas edition in Melbourne this weekend. So I thought I'd give it a practice run. And yeah, I thought I'd show you guys tonight. I was like, it worked out well. So it was inspo by Cindy Lou. Yeah, so I've just been doing this today. I haven't really done much, just been getting ready for the weekend.
And how is the prep for the weekend going for both of you? Because what's happening this weekend? Sorry, Fizz?
It is Oz Comic-Con Christmas edition or XMAS edition. So it is, I think that is our first Christmas convention ever.
It's the first one they've done, yeah.
Yeah, the first one they've done. So I am very excited. I'm excited to see all the Christmas-themed cosplays and just see everyone just getting into the holiday season and the holiday spirit.
And Tay, all your seamstress skills is all done now, or do you still have to do an all-nighter before the big day?
So it's not all done, but I've done it in a way that it looks like it's meant to be that way. So I've like skipped half of it and only done like some symmetrical little parts. So it's mostly done. Like no one's going to know, but I will know that it's not 100% complete. But there will always be a next time. But yes, most of it is done. So thank gosh. And I've got everything, almost everything packed, ready to go. So yeah, so I'm feeling very organized, which isn't like me at all. I think this is the first convention I've ever done, and I'm not sitting here like sweating, worrying, and like having to pull all-nighters. I think I get to go to bed at a reasonable time tonight. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Good for you. And we have some people chiming in as well. Let us know in the chat if you are attending the Christmas Con over the weekend in Melbourne. We have some regulars tuning in live on the podcast as well. We got Abdullah saying hey, Tao saying hey as well, Abdullah saying hey, or he says hey twice. And then we also got Kent. Hello from Miami, Florida. That's exciting. And
Very
also
exciting.
for everyone that is tuning in as well, just to let you know that this is the final stream podcast live show of Geekazoid for the year. We've decided that
ever we're done. No more.
not ever.
Yeah.
We just thought we'd just take we'll just make this the Christmas party. This is the XMAS end of year party for Geekazoid. So definitely stay with us, geek out with us. Let us know because we had a big weekend with the Brazil CCXP that happened over the weekend, which is amazing. And speaking of amazing, Abdullah says you look amazing, Tay.
Thank you, Abdallah.
He must have spelt Fizman or he must have accidentally left Fizman and Jaden out of that message as
That's
well. So that's all right. It's all right, Abdullah. We get you. So yeah,
and I'm block Abdullah right now. I'm kidding.
No, I finally have someone on my team.
No, Tay, I think there's a lot of Team Tay here then.
Kidding.
I know Fizman's part of Team Tay, but a different Tay. Am I right, Fizz?
Yeah. Close enough.
So
That's
basically,
why he likes me.
Yeah.
It's because it's the closest to Taylor Swift.
That's so
blonde
basically what we're
friend
doing
named Taylor.
what we're doing in this podcast today is we're going to be talking about a couple of trending things that have happened this week, if not today, and then also just going to be talking about the year that was 2022 and also what we are excited for in 2023. So should we just get into it, guys?
I'm excited for, but yeah.
Oh, I know. But then what's going to happen for the rest of the year? You basically playing the game, I would imagine, right? All right, so for the last time this year, I'm going to throw it over to a segment that we love to call Trending Like I said, this is a live podcast. Whatever you guys comment on, we can call out your name live as well. So definitely join the conversation. Oh, Tao, I watched Violent Night on Sunday. It was brutally fun. I don't really have an interest in seeing this movie, but I think I would watch it like on a streaming service. I think. Is this the sort of movie that you need to go see it in the cinema, or is it just a bit of fun? Have you guys seen this one yet?
No, I'm just trying to remind myself which one it is. Is it the one?
It's the one with David Harbour.
With David, yeah, okay. I probably will go see it. Yeah, it just depends on if I can get there in time before, Christmas. It's just such a busy time, so I don't know if I'll get time to get to the movies, but I do want to watch it. So whether it's just a little bit longer until it comes out on a streaming service, we'll see.
The movie that I am definitely planning on seeing is Avatar, because I feel like I just need to go see that, right? And it's like December's just a wild time of the year, as we all know. I still haven't seen Black Panther.
No.
I know. Do you know how many people I interacted with over the weekend, and they're like, "Are you serious? You haven't seen?" They're like, "But you interview them at the." And I'm like, "I know."
Can we just do this?
It's
Yeah,
blasphemy.
there we go. That's better.
The real ones.
I know, right?
Thanks, Fizman. Thanks for that, Fizman. But anyway, I will see it. I'm actually going to try and see it before Avatar, but who knows? We'll see. But speaking of movies and making some massive waves, pun intended, because of Aquaman 2 being mentioned on this dropped all today. The current DCEU apparently is going to be finishing with Aquaman 2. Did you guys hear about this at all?
I'll just say, what about The Flash? And I realized, no, Aquaman comes out after The Flash.
So Aquaman comes out this time next year, December.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what has been the happenings, and this is what dropped on the Hollywood Reporter this week, and definitely confirmed today. But basically what is happening is it looks like Peter Safran and also James Gunn are going to be completely clean slate with the DCEU. That means Wonder Woman 3 not happening. It has been it's not even put on ice. It's just been cancelled. The sad thing is that Patty Jenkins, as we all know, we all adore her and all that sort of stuff. She was attached to a Star Wars project. I think it was Rogue Squadron, ages ago, when Disney did like this massive reveal last year. And then she took herself off the project to just dedicate all her time to Wonder Woman 3. And they were in, pre-production and all that, and now today they've officially scrapped it, and Gal Gadot on her socials has come out and said that she's enjoyed her time doing Wonder Woman, all the things that came from it, and basically she just said thank you to everyone, and that's the end of Wonder Woman with Gal Gadot. Nothing official has come from Aquaman yet in terms of Jason Momoa, but it has been said that the Aquaman moving forward in the Peter Safran and James Gunn sort of universe, Jason Momoa isn't going to be our Aquaman for that. But they are considering casting him as a different DC character.
And
have a guess.
Character?
Yeah, Lobo. I mean, everyone thought it was Lobo to begin with before he was announced for Aquaman, because he just looks like he's just out of the comics, right? So Abdullah chimes in and says, "I'm so surprised." Is that a bit of sarcasm, or is that a bit of
No, I think he's actually referring to this comment.
Oh, good news. Sydney FC want me to... Oh, that's cool. Congrats, Abdullah. To the people that are listening to this, good news. I'm watching soccer match. Sydney, is that meant to say FC match? Sydney FC want me to be on walking on the field or the pitch in the stadium. That's fantastic, Abdullah. That is so amazing. Cool. That's for the A-League. Enjoy. It's going to be unreal. Make sure you take lots of photos, and would love to see it and interact with you. And Abdullah says, "I'm so happy. I'm happy to cancel Wonder Woman 3. I'm so glad." And see, this is the thing. Like, everyone had a really sort of like sour taste from the last Wonder Woman movie. It wasn't what we would hope that it would be.
I actually really enjoyed Wonder Woman 2. Yeah. I liked the whole era in which they put it in, and I thought it was. I really enjoyed it. So I had no issues with it. I kind of am a bit upset that they have cancelled it and aren't putting it for number 3, but also I'm more upset that there hasn't been any news about a Black Canary project, and we won't be getting a Black Canary project anytime soon, nor a Birds of Prey 2. So
this is the thing. If they're recasting everyone, because apparently the Justice League, as we know it now, apparently DC's not going to be focusing on the Justice League for a while because they just want to sort of like clean the slate and, you know, build it properly. But then that also puts in Henry Cavill's Superman in jeopardy as well. And I know that we just got him in Black Adam and all that sort of stuff, but now Henry was like, I'm back, and now it could be that he's no longer, you know, part of it anymore. And I don't know if you guys saw over the weekend as well, but all this news about Black Adam not really performing properly, which has sort of put a real big, you know, put the brakes on in terms of the DC. They thought The Rock was going to save the DC, and apparently
like it literally just came to digital. Like it's available on digital now, and it hasn't even been a month. It's been like a month since it was released.
Yes, so it's interesting. Tay, have you heard much about this at all?
Not really. It's only been today actually that I've started seeing it pop up on all my social media. It's usually Twitter that I have to kind of keep off because there's too many spoilers. But with Wonder Woman 3 canceling, I'm kind of neutral about it. Like, it's a little bit disappointing, but I would love if they put the effort into a different character. Like, I'm all about, I want to expand their characters more. Like Fizman was saying, like Birds of Prey or Black Canary. Like, let's get some other characters in there. But yeah, it is sad because I wouldn't mind another one, but I also, I want something new at the same time.
Well, then it's interesting to see because, like, Aquaman. So I know we're talking about Wonder Woman before, but think of somebody who you think could replace Gal Gadot and be the new Wonder Woman. Because I'm assuming they still need a Superman, they still need a Batman, and they still need a Wonder. They need the Trinity to really sort of like push those merchandise, movie ticket sales, and all that sort of stuff. Like, if The Rock as Black Adam couldn't, do like $1 billion in the cinema, what chance does Black Canary have? Unfortunately, like, we got to look at this as a business point of view.
Yeah, no, of course.
Good point.
But in saying that, they can do the whole route of, it's being a budget film. Like, it doesn't have to be this, like, multi-million-dollar movie. It can be a modest production. Cast some unknowns like they did in the MCU. And build it up. Like, a slow burn. Because remember, they got a 10-year plan for this thing. Which also leads... Go, Fizman.
I was about to say, but then what happens with like Matt Reeves' Batman, the Joker? Because the Joker 2 is coming out, I believe, next year.
Yes.
I'm literally bringing up Joker 2 in 2024, October 4th, 2024 is when Joker 2 comes out. So
wait, in 2024?
Yes, October 4th, because there's been a whole bunch of release dates been released for a whole bunch of like different films.
Okay.
Some have been moved up, some have been moved back. So October 4th, 2024 is when Joker 2 comes out with Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
I believe that was confirmed.
Yes,
so
correct.
like, where does that leave them? Because
I guess
are they like
the Joker...
standalone DC films and not part of the DCEU? Or are they going to make a plan to sort of bring them in as the multiverse?
So we know that the Joker is definitely not part of the DCEU, right? Leto's Joker is that Joker for that universe, okay? And obviously they dropped that. So like the news says, for the DCEU is when it's going to be finishing with Aquaman 2. So that means Ben Affleck's Batman. Apparently the cameo that he refilmed that was meant to replace the Michael Keaton Batman. Apparently there was test screenings over the weekend or a couple of weeks ago, and that didn't include Ben Affleck's Batman. So apparently they've just disregarded the Batman, and they're going to try and just finish it off with Aquaman 2, which is, really surprising. Which leads us to going, okay, then what does that happen with the Flash then? Like, the Flash was going to open up this whole Flashpoint. Are they going to try and rewrite it, or are they just going to officially finish the DCEU with Aquaman, and that's it? And apparently the new DCEU is just called the DCU. just the DC universe instead of the extended universe. So it's interesting, Fizz, because I don't even know if Rob Patterson's Batman is going to be a part of this universe. Are they going to start from scratch? I know the big thing is that they just said that they can't really have two Batmans happening at the same time because it's very confusing. It's the same with Harley Quinn. Does Margot Robbie lose Harley? Like, is she no longer a Harley? Is Henry Cavill no longer Superman? Like,
I
it's
hope that's not
just
the case.
insane. And yeah, so Tay, tell me, Harley Quinn.
If Margot Robbie wasn't Harley Quinn, I would be pretty disappointed. Of course, when we're going to see Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn, obviously I already have that in my head that it's a different story, it's a different thing altogether. But if Margot Robbie was to lose that spot as that main Harley, that would be pretty sad. I'm a big fan of hers, so I couldn't think of anyone else that would do it the way that I see it now. I wouldn't want it to change, but I know that change is sometimes necessary. So I'm sure they know what they're doing, but I'm also a little bit nervous about what they're doing.
Look, I think they have to just hit the reset button because we are forever going to get people saying restore the Snyderverse with the current crop of actors, playing the characters. So to stop that, you just got to start fresh. And maybe the best thing is not to try and fix something that's already wrecked. Maybe it's just start fresh, brand new, and then go from there. And I don't know if you guys heard as well, but James Gunn is getting a lot of flack online for being a co-producer or the co-head of DC films, but then also promoting Marvel with the Guardians of the Galaxy. We saw the trailer come out last week and also the holiday special as well. And he's getting a lot of death threats. He's getting people saying you should salary sacrifice because you are a traitor and all this sort of stuff. It's really horrible. It's disgusting.
It's a bit dramatic.
Have you not?
The internet has been wild this week. For example, on TikTok, a woman made fairy bread, but instead of using hundreds and thousands, she desiccated coconut and dyed vegetables. It's just people are canceling. The internet has just decided, hey, we're just gonna go on a wild take. For example, the one Brittany Broski has been cancelled because she didn't have Harry Styles on her Spotify Wrapped, even though it's being said that she used him for promotion and she's not a true Harry Styles fan. So she's being cancelled by a small sector of the internet. And now this is can people just go outside and touch grass?
People have way too much time on their hands.
So what if he's promoting both? Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of people have been asking, when are we getting a Marvel vs. DC film? People, it could happen. Okay,
it could happen. It's just DC need to build up their heroes first before that to happen because, but look,
they would decimate them all. So yeah,
I think everyone needs to go. You know what? James Gunn is a gun at building up these unknown characters like the Guardians of the Galaxy. They weren't popular, but that movie was fantastic, and it's definitely in the top 5 of my Marvel movies. And he built those characters up, and now we all love them. And you can't think of the MCU without the Guardians of the Galaxy. So if he can do a great job with that, he'll definitely kill it in regards to the DC and recasting it and moving it forward. I'm sorry that we're taking a long time to talk about this, Tay, but I absolutely love, as you know, I love DC, and we don't
I'm
really
so fixated on it, just listening. I'm yeah, and then what?
I know, but just to close it here, I'm just going to mention that Abdullah says he agrees with me. He's worried about the DC. He said the new Wonder Woman will be Latina or something like that in the comics. We need to save the Snyderverse. Unfortunately, I think that's it in regards to the Snyderverse.
Okay, this is gonna be a very hot take, but I don't like Snyderverse.
Oh my goodness! And we just removed Fizman from the chat. And
I'm in such a good position. I'm so neutral about these things. I never get booted off the screen.
Abdullah, yeah, go on, Fizz.
It's just, look, I gave the Snyder cut version of the Justice League. I still prefer the Joss Whedon version of it, just because it wasn't as long as the Snyder cut, and it kind of was more condensed. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm hoping they just reboot the Snyderverse entirely. But yeah.
Well, they won't reboot it. It'll just be the end of the Snyderverse, and it'll just be
That's fine.
the gun verse or the saffron
gun.
verse. But anyway, we're gonna leave it there. I absolutely love all this news about DC because I hope they keep a little bit of a darker tone. I feel like Marvel is sort of dropped the ball in regards to this phase.
Oh,
Yes, Fizman,
did
I
you
said
not?
that.
Did you hear the news?
What? That they're
In
going to be
regards
going quality
yeah,
over
they're
quantity?
they're basically reducing all their stuff from Phase 5, with Marvel because of how poorly Phase 4 performed. So they're really going to
Yeah.
be looking at how things are. So expect some movie shifts, I guess.
I think so. And I think that's a good shout. It's just I don't get excited for this stuff anymore. Like, if I'm not seeing Black Panther the day it comes out, like it means I'm like it's just saturated with content and just yeah. So
I find it that way with the all the Disney Plus shows. Like for the movie, like the cinema releases, I'll always go and see those 9 out of 10 times. But for the Disney Plus stuff, I haven't seen all of it, and I'm usually one to, as soon as it comes out, I'm
you got to be
instantly
there.
watching it. Like I have to get
Same.
there first because I just see too many spoilers. So I'm always one of
I
the first to see it. But with Disney Plus, I feel like I haven't watched like half of the things. I still there's a list of Marvel stuff that I haven't watched yet. That's on my list just because it's
Yeah,
been
no, I agree with Tay. My queue is literally Loki, What If, Ms. Marvel, Moon Knight, Andor, like all these properties that I said I'm interested in, but like I haven't pushed myself to watch them.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
with
there's
me
other
with
stuff
She-Hulk.
coming out as well. Oh, She-Hulk, yeah. But
Like I
Yeah, I
watched the
didn't
first episode of
watch all of
She-Hulk
it.
and then I just completely forgot it. I
Yeah,
just
same.
didn't watch the rest. Like I feel like they really hit their peak with WandaVision, and then we kind of expected things to be like that. So it's sort of like after WandaVision, like everything feels like a letdown, or you don't have that hype that you had. Like I pushed through Falcon and Winter Soldier, and as you all know, Cap is like one of my favorite superheroes. So for me to be like, I struggled to get through that. Like the only two which I really enjoyed watching the most were WandaVision and Hawkeye. Those are the only two Disney Plus properties, and Tales of the Jedi. That is the only ones I've like watched to completion.
we could talk about this forever, and I'd love to talk about it forever. But something that you guys watched to completion Wednesday.
Yes.
You guys absolutely loved it. And Tay, I saw... Well, actually, I noticed because you shared this information, and it's a no-brainer to be quite honest, but take away, Tay. Tell us, why is this so amazing, and it's groundbreaking, the show, really?
It is. So we did speak about it a little bit last time, and I apologize if anyone is not a fan. And this is, I think, the third week in a row I'm speaking about Wednesday, but it's well deserved. Of course, it's Tim Burton creation. I think Jenna Ortega has done an incredible job as Wednesday. And we have got news that we are getting a season 2, which will be out in 2024, which fingers crossed we get another dance number. I feel like with all of the viral sensation that happened with the Goo Goo Muck dance here, I think that they're going to have to put in another. It's all right, Kenny Boy. I don't give any spoilers here. This is a spoiler-free zone. I just like to talk about how much I love it. But yeah, so we're going to have Jenna Ortega, of course, back as Wednesday Addams, Catherine Zeta-Jones back as Morticia, and we're also going to have Christina Ricci return as well. So that's exciting. I thought that was going to be maybe like a one and done type thing, but we're going to get her back. So it's all very exciting. And as we did mention in the last episode, this has just smashed records. It has surpassed Stranger Things in the first week that it was out. So this has done extremely well, and it hasn't really died down as of yet. I think now most people that are interested are slowly kind of catching up and watching it, but this is definitely one I recommend. And as well, even if you haven't seen the previous Addams Family movies, I still think you should just watch this as a standalone. It is brilliant. How far have you guys gotten?
I've gone through the entire thing. I've seen it like twice.
Yes.
Still on episode 1.
Jaden,
come on.
I know. Every time I go to sit down and watch it, just something comes up, or I don't know. It's just. Yeah,
I'm going to talk about it every single week until you watch it. Until you've finished it, then I'll stop talking about it.
We're going to Anastasia him. We're going to make it where it's like he needs to watch it.
Please do. No, I'm
He'll
actually.
have no choice.
I'm so excited. I actually just finished off watching Rick and Morty just before this podcast because I started watching it and I fell asleep 5 minutes into it. So I was like, normally I watch Rick and Morty the day it comes out. But sorry, Fizman, go for it. Wednesday.
Where did you hear the news that Christina Ricci was returning? Because so far, I never read that.
It's all in that one. I mean, I've only got one post here that I've got saved, but it was all in the one thing. So look, this could still be rumors. This may not be 100% confirmed, but that's the same list that I had that says Angelica Huston. Thought it was going to be Houston, but it's see, this one's spelled Huston. So anyway, Houston, and then John. This one here says Joan Cusack.
Yes.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting.
Well,
Fun
both
fact.
of them were in Addams Family Values, the movie. I'm sorry.
Well,
they didn't call me the quiz master for nothing, okay?
Well, Angelica actually played Morticia in both the 90s films, so she's the original Morticia in the movie. So that's a cool little nod to bring her back there. And Joan Cusack plays, I believe it was Uncle Fester's love interest, I think it was.
Yeah, in what was
in Addams Family Values. I can't remember her name, but she was like the Black Widow or something like that, which was really
she was the one trying to kill him.
Correct, for his money or something like that. That's a great film, guys. You definitely have to see Addams Family Value. It is such a hilarious comedy, and you wouldn't think it. Is that right, little weird guy? Thank you so much. He says yes, that's correct. Oh, so they do get married, but she tries to kill him to get his money. Yes, okay, cool. Yes. This is great. Addams Family, love it. And I don't know if you guys saw, and I already read this before, it really blew up on the internet, but the thing going around at the moment is Jenna Ortega. She said that she had COVID when she was filming the dance scene, and everyone now is turned on her and gone, that is so, like, irresponsible of you. You put all these people in a blah, 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 blah.
But like, here's the thing. She didn't
test positive until later.
Correct. That's the one thing that everybody is missing. Yeah.
No, people are just conveniently forgetting. They're trying to find a way to just blame her. Like, for example, Addams Family being accused of being racist because they have a black, an actress who plays a school bully. But if you watch the series, you know that they're not the school bully. They're the queen bee, the one.
Whoa!
That's in the first episode. Whoa. That's in the first episode. It's not spoilers.
Kenny boy, I hope you're still with us.
It's not spoilers.
Okay. As long as it's not it is. As long as it's not a plot point that you're spoiling for us.
But yes, not a plot point.
Okay, cool.
I made sure not to say any spoilers.
I don't know, Fizman. I don't know. Sometimes you just... Anyway, no, that's great. Keep going.
I have no issue spoiling.
He finds loopholes.
And we just lost Fizman. Unfortunately, he just left the stream when he mentioned Black Panther. Sorry, Fizman. Go for it.
I was just saying, okay, I am very careful when it comes to spoilers, okay? If it's in the first episode or if it's in the trailer, it is free reign. It's fair play.
About. Yeah, correct.
Agreed.
Correct. Look, Wednesday's great. Absolutely love it. I actually think the leaked, well, not leaked, but them mentioning her having COVID and all that sort of stuff, I actually think that is a publicity stunt on behalf of Netflix just to get more people to view it. Only because it is absolutely everywhere on my socials this week. And I knew about this like last week or like even before the show came out because they mentioned that dancing. And you know how I was doing the rounds on TikTok and everyone was like, oh, wow, like she was really sick that morning. And then that night she found out she had COVID. I was like, wow, that's really interesting. And then all this week is like, she had COVID and she knew it and blah, 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 blah. But the headlines are making her out to be the villain. And people are just reading the headline saying Jenna Ortega had COVID while filming this dance scene, and everyone's like, "Ah!" But I actually think it's Netflix to get people to go across and go, "What is this dance scene that everyone's talking about?" and blah blah blah. But good on them. I hope they beat the Stranger Things.
It's working.
It is
Really have.
working. I think great casting. She's like the biggest star on the planet at the moment, which is unreal. Congrats to her.
She's also
No
in the new
brainer that
Scream
it's
film.
well, Screen really catapulted her to really the stardom, right? And then also there's movie X, which I'm really intrigued to watch. Have you guys heard about this movie X?
No.
Yes, I have heard about it. I haven't seen it because it is a
Okay,
horror
I think
film,
it's on.
as you
It is a
know.
horror film. It's
I'll watch
a. I think it's Blumhouse that have produced it. It looks unreal. It's sort of like a grindhousey sort of vibe to it. It's on Binge. Definitely take a look at it. It looks
But it's
insane.
not just that. She was also in the Fallout, as well as there was a Disney Channel show, and there was actually a line that everyone's quoting, and she's like, if my family were a week, I would be Wednesday.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
saw that.
But then also she's in You, which is
She is
on
in You.
Netflix.
Sweet.
She is also in a Marvel movie. Did you know that?
No,
Wait,
which
hold
one?
on.
She, I think it's Captain America: Civil War. She plays like one of the presidents or someone from a country's little girl.
Iron Man 3.
Oh, it's Iron Man 3.
Yes.
There you go.
Which explains why I don't know, because I haven't seen Iron Man 3. For the purpose
Oh.
of, I don't like Tony Stark, and so I will not watch any of his films.
Oh my goodness, you missed the house party protocol? Wow. Okay. Okay, but yeah, so she plays one of the. It's not a major role. She's just cast. She's like 10. If she's probably even younger. She's probably like 8 years old. So everyone's like, "Oh no, her chances of being in the MCU is now can't happen," and all this. But then everyone's like, "Secret Wars." Like she can just be cast in the multiverse or something like that. Like no big deal. And sorry, Tao, thank you for the correction. It's not Blumhouse. It's
A24.
A24. Sorry, my apologies, but it is a horror film. So horror. I haven't seen it,
It's
but
part
it just
of.
looks
I think
unreal.
it's part of a series, like a series of films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite fact that I learned about Jenna Ortega today is that she's been in multiple McDonald's
commercials?
ads, and they didn't know they were rebooking her because she did it through like 3 back-to-back McDonald's commercials, and it was through a different booking agency each time, and McDonald's didn't know that they were getting the same actress for their last 3 commercials. And she's like, yeah, well, they just didn't say anything, so
Let's see
I
if
did
you
it.
remember what did
That's
she
cool.
advertise in the McDonald's commercials.
I haven't actually seen the commercials.
So she was the person who would advertise fruit. So they wouldn't give her any nuggets, chips, or burgers. It would
Because
basically
she's
be the
vegetarian
appetizers.
for many years.
This is Jenna Ortega, you're saying?
General
Yeah.
Ortega, yeah. When she
Do
did
you know what'd be
McDonald's
funny? Imagine if she did an ad for Sundays.
That would be good.
commercials.
Sorry, I was trying to make like a weak
It's
joke.
a good dad joke.
Weak joke. Yeah, sorry. All right, kicking it right along. Fizman, I know that you're super excited about this, and I was just like, what is the big deal? But jumping is a thing in Hogwarts Legacy. Yay!
Yay!
I
I'm gonna jump for joy.
But yeah, but like, come on, RPGs without jumping is
Well, it is a thing. There are RPGs where you can't swim, where you can't jump. Like
okay. Swimming,
they do
okay,
exist. So,
but jumping's like an everyday sort of like thing,
yeah,
right?
it's weird because like they dedicated a whole tweet to it, and it was so random, but it's such Hogwarts Legacy, just like typical Hogwarts Legacy stuff. Like, can we jump? Yes, we can. So
When I think about it, it is quite annoying in a game, and there is no jumping capability.
Well,
Like I always want
yeah.
to jump, so I do get that it's an annoying thing. I guess most of the games that I play, I don't have that issue, so it doesn't happen too often. But when I have played a game and I can't jump, it does get me very frustrated.
I mean,
Fair
I'm
enough.
curious, how high can you jump? Like, that's what I want to know. Like,
I need a
going-
number.
I want to know how high you can jump.
We'll do a video about it.
I think you can just.
Actually in the trivia.
Yes. How high can Fizman actually jump? And we're going by millimeters, okay? None of that centimeter stuff, okay? Fizman, I'm sure it's just the average height that you can jump, right? I don't
No,
think
of
it's like
course.
they're just
But,
Can we
normal
double
kids.
jump? I need them
Oh.
to make a post about double jumping.
Double
I'm
jumping.
sure we could. But it's funny because like when they tweeted out, I replied to them, okay, but can you swim? But that's like also another thing I want to know.
Can you swim?
Imagine if you
Okay.
could. Imagine if you could go in the lake where the mermaids are.
In the Black Lake with the mermaids
Black
and the
Lake.
giant squid. and
That would be so
everything,
cool. Sign me up for that.
That's why I'm asking, because I want to know, can you swim in the Black Lake?
I feel like if they were going to include the Black Lake, they would have said something by now. Maybe
I
they're
feel like
keeping
they'll
a
do it
secret.
as like an Easter egg.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, as an egg. Haha, get it?
Abdullah says, I've seen jump clips on Instagram and music videos too. Fizman, you mentioned that the score was announced as well.
Yeah, the with the score that plays while you're playing the game was also released as well, and it is so beautiful. I love it so much, and I understand why they were keeping it under wraps for so long, because every video we got, we would not hear any sound. So this is like the first time we're actually getting proper sound.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, I'm excited. Not long now, Fizman. Not long now.
Long.
You're not waiting
It
for
was
Christmas.
expected-
You're waiting for this release.
It would have been out this year. It would have been
Yeah.
out by around this time until they pushed it out again.
I
So,
think it's
yeah.
a great.
It'll be worth it.
I think
Oh
so.
yeah, no, it's 100% worth it. And I've already got in touch with Warner Brothers, and I've told them how very excited I am. So I know they're doing something. I don't know what it is yet, but
Yeah.
I've already made the rounds of telling people how excited I am for it.
I have no
I
doubt.
love that.
Speaking about doing the rounds and being excited, CCXP finished over the weekend. Anything that we have missed talking about that you found out over the weekend and excited to talk about at all, perhaps?
I get the best birthday present ever.
Oh, what's coming out on your birthday?
Blue Beetle movie, August 18th.
Oh, yes. They released a poster to advertise Blue Beetle.
Yep.
I guess the thing is that it doesn't really matter how it performs, because there's not going to be a sequel to Blue Beetle. Because they're scrapping everything
Standalone
after
film.
Aquaman. Yeah, so there you go. I also read something over the weekend that James Gunn was talking about Batgirl and potentially doing something with that. But then after this announcement today, it just looks like it's
No, so
it's just been scrapped to the
I reckon
to the
they'll
side.
release the streaming services. I highly reckon that I highly believe that they'll release Batgirl for streaming services.
Yep.
It's actually really funny because you know how they do like costumes for like when the movies come out and everything. Well,
Yep.
apparently Michael Keaton's Batsuit, so a costume version of it, got sent out to stores before even though the movie was scrapped. So there are
Oh,
like
wow.
versions of Michael Keaton's Batman suit from the Batgirl film just floating around in costume stores somewhere. So if you do find
Wow.
it, make sure to grab one.
Pick
'cause
it up.
It's like a rare thing.
Yeah, wow. That's pretty cool. I didn't hear about that.
Fact, courtesy of Cosplay Chris.
Very good. One of our friends, one of the show's friends, Cosplay Chris. I'm trying to think of what else was announced over the weekend. Dungeons and Dragons was announced.
We
Take
had-
over it.
Mandalorian season 3, the March 1st.
Yes.
So yeah, that's the release date for that, March 1st, 2023. Also, June 30th is when Indiana Jones number
Jones.
5 comes out, which
Yes.
is Dial of Destiny.
Yes.
That one I'm very excited for. I'm a big Harrison Ford fan. I've loved my Indiana Jones, so definitely keen on that one. What else did they mention? Guardians of
and
the
the
Galaxy
Wasp.
3.
Yeah.
Yes, Quantumania.
Yeah, Quantumania comes out
Um,
February 17th.
So apparently all these trailers were revealed at the D23, or was it at Comic-Con Hall of H? And they just held it for now. So I saw a lot of comments saying that, yeah, I saw this at Comic-Con. And this is unreal, especially with Harrison Ford. Is it like when they make them look younger? What's the process called? It's just
The
like
de-aging.
the de-aging. He looked unreal as a young Indy, and looked Looked great. So yeah, I'm excited for Indy. And also just going back on that DC, apparently the Flash and Indiana Jones are meant to come out on the same day. DC noted that, or Warner Brothers noted that, so they're going to be releasing the Flash a week earlier.
June 23rd.
So yet another date change for the Flash, which is quite interesting.
So Haunted Mansion, August 11th, 2023. Insidious 5, July 7th, 2023. John Wick Chapter 4, March 4th, 2023. Craven the Hunter, October 6th, 2023.
Yeah, wow.
Megan is January 6th now. Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 1, July 14th. Shazam, Fury of God, March 17th. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, June 2nd.
Yes, June's massive.
Super Mario Bros. April 7th. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated August 4th.
Yeah.
Transformers Rise of the Beast June 9th.
Oh, it's such a great trailer. Yep.
The Marvels July 28th. And Wonka December 15th, 2023.
Which we knew, yeah. And there should be a Dune in there somewhere, right? Or is
June to November 3rd, 2023. Yeah. And then a whole bunch of 2024 release updates. So Blade, September 6th, 2024. Captain America New World Order, May 3rd, 2024. Snow White, March 22nd, 2024. So we have a date for that. Deadpool 3, November 8th. Garfield, May 24th.
Garfield.
Joker for Lisa. Joker Folie Deux, October 4th. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, May 5th. Madam Web, February 16th, 2024. Wow. Mission Impossible 8, June 28th, 2024. Mufasa, The Lion King, July 5th, 2024.
Origin story, yeah.
Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, March 29th, 2024.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
July 26th, 2024.
And also Super Mario's Bro movie in there somewhere as well. Well done.
5 minutes later.
Well done on that. Unreal. Sorry, Tay, I can see the chat blowing up in regards to this next topic that we're talking about.
Yes.
Star Wars, Jedi, Survivor. And we don't have to wait long. We don't have to wait long for this release.
Not very long at all. This is, I am so excited about this. So I'm like a beginner, like entry level gamer. So it's not something that I go and buy every single game that comes out and play them. I'm very picky with my games. I need something that kind of gets my attention for long enough. I don't like too much repetition, but sometimes I need to like be on autopilot and not think too hard. So this is a sequel to Jedi Fallen Order. This is a cross-platform game, so PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. And this is based 5 years after Fallen Order. So we're seeing Cal Kestis, our main character here, a little bit older. So I believe this will be after his like Padawan learning stage. And he's coming into his own self and his own power as a Jedi Knight, which will be so exciting. I can't wait for this one. I definitely think I'll spend a bit of time on it, but only time will tell. I'll have to give it a go. We're going to get new Force abilities, which will be exciting, and same as some new lightsaber attacks, which will be good. It's a single player. I don't know whether they're going to have any kind of multiplayer things coming. No idea. But at this stage, if it's just like the previous one, it's just single player. But who knows? They could have an extra little campaigny type thing to make it interesting.
I think that this one is just going to be a single player, because I know that Ubisoft are currently working on their Star Wars property, which I think is going to be like a multiplayer type game. But how exciting. But what I like about this announcement, it's not like, it's coming in 2 years. It's like, this is coming in, what did you say, March?
March 16th, 2023. So like, a couple of months.
Yeah, like, Fizman, if you get stuck playing Hogwarts Legacy and you need a little bit of a break from the Wizarding World and you need to come across to a galaxy far, far away, this is the best place to visit, man. It's like
that's what I'll be doing while I wait for Hogsmeade Haunted Shop to come out for Xbox.
He's already waiting for the updates.
I'm waiting for the updates. I want
The game hasn't even
my
released.
quest. I want my
Amazing.
quest.
Too funny.
That's amazing. Look, no, I'm excited for this game to be released. He looks unreal in that photo that we were just sharing before. Let me just pull it up big screen. Unreal. Hopefully the storyline is as fantastic as the first one. Yeah, and who knows? Do we get to see a couple of cameos in this one, or does it tie in at all with what we've seen? Do you think, Tay?
I hope so. I think we might have a few little cameos that we're now like just seeing some of the characters in like our universe, like our current universe right now.
Right.
Maybe it's, who knows? I feel like they trick us too many times. I can't guess what they're going to do, but my biggest problem is I don't know whether to get it on PS5 or PC.
PC, so we can play together if they have a multiplayer component.
If they eventually do, well, then I'll end up getting it on both. But see, I'm more of a console player, but I think I want to have the option to play it on PC. I don't know. I'll probably end up going to PS5 if I'm honest.
You're
I
funny.
mean,
You're like
PC
me.
allows for console controllers, so you could have the
That
best
is
of
true.
both worlds.
Fizman, stop trying to get Taylor to cross to the dark side, all right? She's on the light side of the Force. It's with us here at the PlayStation.
My PC
I'm
is
very
used for games like Stray.
Yeah. I'm intrigued if they continue the romance between Cal and Merrin. And this is not a spoiler because the game's been out for years, so if you haven't played it,
3
then that's
years?
on you.
You get a pass. It's all right.
Yeah,
There's no spoilers. That's
Yeah,
It's,
I'm curious if they continue that or not.
Little weird guy just chimes in and says, hope to see Grogu at least make a cameo. Well, this is the interesting thing, and surely it's not coincidental, but March is a big month for Star Wars. Mandalorian
I would
comes out
assume they do it in May.
because May the 4th. But I guess that's when they do...
Maybe they've got something else bigger coming out.
Well, that's when they do their announcements, right?
Wars
I feel like
Celebration.
that's... Yeah, so maybe they're just like... Get a whole bunch of stuff people talking about, and probably... March, April, May, the Mandalorian, because they're going to be releasing it weekly. They're not just going to drop it all, I would imagine. I guess it would finish around the same time as the celebrations, I guess. But yeah, that's cool. Abdullah says, agree with Tay. I'm assuming he's saying this the game, or maybe not sure what to get it on. I'm more console than PC, so there you go. That's what he agrees with. How cool. Fizman, I've realized that we've got one more talking point to talk about here for you. But we haven't done trivia yet. Should we just... Do we have trivia this week?
We do have trivia.
All right. So maybe we should just throw it over the Fizman for this trivia moment. So
Yes,
Captain
we do.
Fizman, for the last time this year in 2022 on the Geekazoid podcast, let us know what the trivia questions are.
Okay. So, I'm doing it like I did last week, where it's basically read on stream and then answer to prevent people from cheating. So, question 1. This is all Christmas-themed trivia question. So, anything that has happened in pop culture that is related to Christmas, you will most likely find a trivia question about this. So, question 1. In season 1 of Stranger Things, Joyce and Will Byers communicated with each other through the use of what Christmas decoration? Okay. Question 2. In the first episode of the series, Homer Simpson bets on Santa's little helper using the money he made from what job? Is it A, mall Santa, B, a barkeeper at Moe's, or C, his job at the power plant? And question 3, our final question, what is the name of the holiday celebrated by the Wookiees? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you very soon to give you the answers.
Oh, we actually spoke about the Wookiee holiday. Was it last week or the week before that? Whenever we were talking about the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, which is fantastic, by the way. I actually watched that. Definitely
Wait, so you
watch.
watched the Guardians holiday special, but you didn't watch Wednesday.
Well, the Guardian.
Black Panther 2.
It went for 40 minutes. What do you want me to do? It was an easy
Wednesday.
watch.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was about to say Wednesday goes for 40 minutes, but that's 40 minutes per episode.
No, Wednesday goes for like an hour each episode, which I'm not complaining about. I do love it. But Guardians, like, come on, let's be honest. The opening titles for any Marvel Disney Plus show goes for 5 minutes, okay? And then the credits go for at least 7 minutes. So that's how I'm like, okay, so this movie's actually going to go for 29 minutes. Yeah, I've got that in me. I can do that. So that's me like going and like sort of justifying the use of my time. So, yeah, there you go. Let us know what you think. I can see a little weird guy chiming in there. I pretty sure I know 2 of the 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm confident with 2 of the 3. The
Yeah.
middle one I'm not sure.
Okay, the middle one I know. The last one definitely no. The
We
first
work
one
together.
I'm a bit like
We got this.
the first one I'm a bit but I think I know it, but I'm not too sure. But it could be something
Okay.
else. All right, I love it. Let us know your answers in the comments below. And Fizman, we're going to finish this up because I know that you shared this. I hope this is something that you want to talk about. But Teen Titans return to Cartoon Network. When you say return, as in this
As
new...
in they're re-airing episodes, so it's not like a brand new series. I wish it was a brand new series, but they're just re-airing episodes of the original Teen Titans series. So
wait, so not Go. You're talking about the original.
This is the original Teen Titans series.
Okay, let me just.
Jaden did his research properly.
Never mind.
Let me take off. Let me take this off. Sorry. Okay, cool.
It's us. We are the new Teen Titans.
We are the new Okay. Oh, so the original animated Teen Titans. Okay, not the thing that everyone despises.
The original animated Teen Titans, the one that had the amazing fighter game, is coming back to Cartoon Network. They're re-airing original episodes. I'm excited because, okay, Teen Titans Go is okay, but you can't beat the original Teen Titans. And when you had Teen Titans vs Teen Titans Go, that was amazing. So the fact that they're re-airing these episodes means that they possibly could be doing a new season of it. But I am just very excited to see it return. So that means that we just get what was really good back on Cartoon Network.
What game are you talking about?
There was a game. It's sort of similar to it's like a fighting game, like a side-scroller fighting game, and you could play as the Teen Titans versus the villains, and it's sort of like a Street Fighter meet Teen Titans. I'll send you a video, but it was like
not Young Justice.
No, not Young Justice. This was a Flash game on the Cartoon Network series. This was when they had like that Star Wars
on the website.
Game where you could, on the website.
Okay,
where you
I know
could
what you're
play as like, you remember the old Clone Wars series before the Clone Wars happened? So this was like when you could like
the cartoon one. Yeah,
the cartoon one. So Cartoon Network just had like a whole bunch of games like Samurai Jack. It's like so many games, and I'm just very excited because I love that game so much, and like I try to find that game everywhere. But they are bringing back the original Teen Titans. I am very, very excited for it because it just means the same animation style, and I'm here for it.
They're great stories. Like what I loved about them was that they weren't like, it wasn't catered to kids, and obviously Teen Titans Go is highly successful. But it's a very different tone in regards to it's more like a comedy sitcom sort of style where Teen Titans was very much like you needed to watch every week for the storyline to connect together sort of thing. So, it is good. Just really quick in the chat, Stephanie says, good morning directly from Brazil. I miss you, Geekazoid.
Hello.
Stephanie, did you get to attend CCXP? I think it was in Palo. I think it is in. Or let us know where in Brazil you are chiming in from. Appreciate that. And then also we've got LDog730 says, hello. He's repping a Manchester United logo. Well done. Are you enjoying the World Cup at the moment? Tay, is Teen Titans something that you've dabbled in, or is it something that you've just...
Yes, so I have 4 nieces, and they are obsessed with Teen Titans. So we just... every time we pass each other in the hallway, we're both like singing the Teen Titans theme song. So it's nice that that's probably the only reason why I've watched some of like the Teen Titans Go. It's probably the only time I ever watched that one. So I remember like the original ones, but I don't think I watched all of them. It was just kind of when it was on, I'd sit there and I'd watch it. I didn't really like go out of my way to watch it. But I now that it's going, coming back around, I definitely will probably dabble in it a little bit more. But yeah, we'll see. Now it'll be good to have like a fresh kind of comparison to see which one I like better, the Teen Titans Go or the original one. We'll see what happens.
I'm kind of hoping they put it on binge.
I think they will.
That would be helpful.
I would love if they put it on binge, because or Paramount.
Speaking of, I think it would be binge the way to go with Warner Brothers and binge being associated like that. But something that we didn't talk about before, HBO Max apparently are dropping the HBO, and it's just Max now. So a lot of things happening at Warner Brothers, a lot of changes. Interesting times. I think that's it in regards to all the talking points here. I guess all that's left to do now is just talk about what's happening for Christmas, I think, guys. What are your plans for Christmas? And what are we hoping that Santa Claus brings and treats you guys to as well? Fizman, how about I throw it over to you, buddy? And Hogwarts Legacy isn't coming early. You got to still wait till February.
That you know of.
That I know of. Well, true.
I don't really have many plans for Christmas. I got the notification that the Magic Castle Wands have made it to their address in the US. So I'm just waiting for it to finish off this review, and then I'm going to get it sent to Australia. So hopefully I will have that by next week. And then when I'm in Melbourne next Friday for Christmas in the Wizarding World, I will be delivering Tay her wand.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting. That's really exciting. Can I just say, Fizman, that bell on your right shoulder, I've been thinking I keep thinking it's a spider. Its legs are like this. And because like your name is covering the like a little bit of it, I keep thinking it's a spider, and I'm just like, Fizman, this is anyway. Not that one. That one.
Something.
It's my friend.
Don't look Fizman, but there's something on your shoulder, basically. Tay, how about yourself? What are your plans for Chrissy?
So really just got our Christmas edition Comic-Con coming this weekend in Melbourne. So I'm going to be joined by Fizman. So that'll be exciting. I get him 2 weeks in a row here in Melbourne. So lucky us. But yeah, so any Melburnians, if you don't have anything to do this weekend, definitely come and check out Oz Comic Con. I'm going to have a little booth set up. So I'm going to be there all day Saturday and Sunday. So definitely come and say hello. Other than that, just kind of some family stuff, really. Going back and forth, visiting people, trying to like span it out, doing some like, Christmas Eve stuff, and then do a lunch Christmas Day, and trying not to overwhelm myself with too many plans. So just kind of taking it one day as it comes. After Christmas Comic-Con is done, then I'll kind of just have a little sit back, a little rest to de-stress, and then I'll get right back into the Christmas stuff.
Do you know what's a really fun thing to do for Christmas? Because we did at the Warner Brothers Partners Lunch. Make Christmas wreaths out of like lamingtons, macaroons, meringues.
They looked really good, Fizman. It looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely do that. And it's also a really fun thing to do with like little kids and everything, because they get to make their own one.
Yep. Great idea. Normally last year we made Rocky Road with the kids, like the nieces and the nephews, which was exciting because gingerbread houses were all sold out. And based on that, we went, okay, we're going to buy them early. So we've got a couple of gingerbread houses here in the house. I hung up my Christmas decorations in front of the house. I didn't think I was going to do it, but I did that yesterday. So I got some nice...
Darth Vader isn't Christmas-fied?
No, he's not yet. I've still got to get around. I might pop this suit on him. My Mary Mario suit on him. He might look good in that. And yeah, for me, I'm still doing tree lightings and welcoming Santa to a lot of City of Sydney events and doing a lot of pantomimes and stuff around the Sydney area. Maybe working New Year's Eve as well. Singing on the harbour, maybe at this stage. We're not sure yet. But yeah, it looks like I'm still working past New Year's. Oh, sorry, up until New Year's. And just letting everybody know as well, we aren't going to be doing any more podcasts for the rest of this year. This is the last episode. So thank you to everyone that has been joining us for the last couple of... this is our 20th episode, is it, Fizman?
Yes.
Yes, I think this is the 20th episode. So thank you to everyone that has been tuning in live and supporting us. We are going to be back after January we're going to be trying to come back on February. So we're going to have a whole month off of January just so we can just make sure we get our holidays and just like clean up some stuff here at Geekazoid as well. And because we've been working really hard, I think we deserve a couple of Thursdays in a row to ourselves as well. So, yeah, we appreciate your time and all that. But before
We come back literally the week before Hogwarts Legacy drops.
Hogwarts Legacy, wow. Okay, how exciting.
The excitement will really be setting in for Fizz. He'll need to get it all out.
And Fizman probably wouldn't have been able to talk to anyone about Hogwarts Legacy, so imagine all the news that he's going to be sharing with us then. It would have to be a special, I believe. But Taylor, before we sign off, where can everyone find you?
Wait.
Oh, first. Hold the phone.
The trivia question, yeah.
Before even answered, what do you guys want for Christmas? Like, what are you hoping that Santa will get you for Christmas?
Oh, yes, you did ask that question, Jaden.
I hope the trivia questions he gets me for Christmas. I totally forgot about that. Wow. For Christmas, I don't know, actually. Time? A shed so I can store some of my collectibles. That would be great. What about you, Tay?
I need furniture for my new house, but I also want a new pair of Crocs. I know it's a hot subject that it's either two ways. Either people are like, yes, I'm about Crocs. Otherwise, everyone, I get picked on a lot for my Crocs, but I wear my Crocs daily. But at the moment, they're blue. And I was like, you know what? Sometimes I want to get away with going to Coles wearing my Crocs, but the blue is like a dead giveaway. It's just, it's really in your face. So I would love a pair of black, maybe even the platform Crocs. Those ones are pretty stylish.
Nice.
I like those ones. So yeah,
man,
that
you're gonna
or
get a pair
furniture.
Of Crocs?
No,
Crocs or furniture?
An SSD drive, so I can have more storage for games.
Nice.
It's a nice
That's
practical
great.
gift.
Yeah,
that's great. I like that. Well, yeah, I'm excited for Christmas. But Fizman, trivia answers. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. So I see that we didn't have many answers, but that's totally fine. Okay, question 1. In season 1 of Stranger Things, Joyce and Will Byers communicated with each other through the use of what Christmas decoration? It is, of course, Christmas lights or fairy lights. Okay, I see a little weird guy got that right. The next question is, in the first episode of the series, actually, it's technically the 8th episode of the series, but there was whole animation problems, so it is the first episode aired of the series. That's why we didn't really see Santa's little hopper in episodes before that, because it's actually the 8th episode. In the first episode, Homer sends them best on Santa's little hopper using the money he made from what job? It is, of course, a mall Santa. And then finally, what is the name of the holiday celebrated by the Wookiees? It is Life Day.
Yay.
Amazing. Well, I think Little Weird Guy has done very, very well in regards to getting all these questions for the last probably 20 episodes. I think we'll have to have him on when it is the 30th episode, which means it is the trivia special. So, Little Weird Guy, I hope you're feeling better, buddy. I know that you're there stuck with the C word. COVID, that's the word that we're talking about. But, mate, I got hit by it this week as well. So, shake it off. Taylor Swift song. Speaking of Taylor, where can we find you on your socials?
Yeah, so you can find me on most platforms, mostly Instagram and TikTok. But you can follow me there at the Tay Hamilton, and follow me there for all of the Christmas Comic-Con updates. I'll be posting a lot this weekend. Last time I forgot to post anything from Comic-Con or take any content, but this time I will remember. It is going to be a goal of mine, so definitely come and say hi. I'll be dressed as Snow White, so finished that dress this week. So yeah, come and say hello. Fizman, where can we find you?
You can find me everywhere. At Captain Fizman. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Vero, Tumblr, Be Real, Twitch, Hive, all those places. I did it so fast so Jaden couldn't hear do the 5 minutes later. But you can also find me at OzComicCon Christmas, and it's very exciting. I'm going to be hosting the Ugly Sweater competition as well as the Kids Cosplay Parade and a panel on Saturday for Beauty and the Geek at 3:15 p.m. at the Community and Workshop stage. And on Sunday, I'll be hosting Christmas Pop Culture Trivia. So if you're in the Melbourne area or in Comic Con, definitely come participate. And yeah, also if you're in the Sydney area, on the 14th of December, I'm hosting Harry Potter trivia in Parramatta. So look at my social for that. Mr. J Rod, where can they find you?
You can find me at jrod_HD, basically everywhere. Yeah, basically everywhere, like Fizman said. And definitely keep an eye out on my Reels and TikToks because, Taylor, show and tell time. I got this in the mail today and I had no idea that it was coming. Midnight Suns.
Oh,
So
Christmas has
I'm not
come
sure.
early.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what's in that, but I'm probably going to be filming something for that tomorrow. But yeah, definitely find out about that. But Fizman. Oh, yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mikey.
That's exciting. That's exciting.
spoiled.
Fizman, officially sign us off, buddy, for the last time for 2022.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to this week's episode of Geekazoid. Thank you for tuning in to this year's episodes of Geekazoid. Make sure to follow all our hosts on all our social media platforms. Also, make sure to follow Geekazoid on all of our relevant social media platforms. Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Hopefully TikTok in the new year. If we make sure to leave feedback on our podcast, make sure to rate our podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever you listen to your podcast. And yeah, we will see you guys next year for a brand new episode of Geekazoid on Thursday at 7 p.m. AEST. And yeah, if you have any geeky news that you would like to share, I know it will be very late, but still share it with us. You can definitely share it via Instagram, submit some topics that you would like to see discussed as Abdullah did last week. And yeah, other than that, always remember to keep geeking out.
And in that note, Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a happy and safe New Year as well. And we'll see you next year for a brand new season of Geekazoid. Guys, thank you so much for geeking out. Taylor, Fizman, I appreciate your time that you spent with us, sharing your geeky knowledge. I wish you guys nothing but love and happiness over the holiday season. And I am looking forward to chatting and geeking out with you guys next year. Guys,
Absolutely
have a great
can't wait.
one. Thank you so much.
Merry
See you
Christmas,
guys.
everyone.
Happy
Merry
holidays.
Christmas.